Okay, hopefully this will work better. I'm just on my phone now, so I'm not gonna have like a problem with my connection, hopefully. Sorry guys, I feel really bad. Let's see. Yay, you can hear me. Okay, if this cuts out, we'll try again. Hopefully I can get the whole thing filmed this time. Okay, I turned my Wi-Fi off, so hopefully this will work. I'll just wait for you guys to come back. Creator Studio. Okay, I'm just waiting for a couple of you guys to get back. I turned my Wi-Fi off, so now I'm just on data, so hopefully that will help. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay. Sorry, guys. I could go live on Instagram, but I don't think I have as many people on there that would want to see. Plus, I want this to go up on my YouTube channel, so I'm hoping this will work. Looks like it is. Let me know, you guys, if it goes offline again, please. And I'm just getting my app because I usually have them on my phone, but I cannot get them on my phone because I'm filming on my phone. Let's get some cute fur children over here to pass the time. Jack, come here. He's like, no, I'm taking a nap. Don't touch me. Don't bother me, Mom. Okay. And if you guys... Are we still online? Are we still good? I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, we're almost there. We're getting there. Jennifer might pop over. She might just come right in right when I'm filming this. Did I just hit myself in the face? I sure did. Okay. We're getting there. Thank you guys for being so patient. I really appreciate it. Okie dokie. Gotta love technology, don't you? This is what happens when you're in the classroom and stuff doesn't work. You just improvise. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. What's your favorite Disney princess? Amber's World asks. Ariel is my favorite Disney princess. I love her. Who wouldn't want to be a mermaid? Questions. Who are some of the other teachers you watch on YouTube? My favorites are Jennifer from Genuine Teaching. Obviously, she's my best friend. Pocketful of Primary. I love watching her. I love how she can make long, like, weekly vlogs. I wish my computer would allow me to do that, but unfortunately it doesn't, so that stinks. I love watching Mr. Thane, Too Cool for Middle School, Real Rap with Reynolds. I love Teach Like a Girl. She's so funny how she like dances behind people. I really want to do that and see. I bet people would get so mad at me. IKEA haul. I'm gonna wait until I'm in my classroom, which I'm going to be going in on Monday, because everything is still in the boxes and I think it would kind of be silly to do a haul with everything in the box. So once I get in my classroom, I'll show you guys everything that I bought at IKEA. What are some of the names you picked out for your baby? I'm not telling the baby's name. We're planning on doing a photo shoot probably next week to reveal his name. But I will make a video all about his name and everything, so I'm really excited about that. Favorite thing about teaching, I think, is the relationships that I form with the kids. Absolutely love them. They turn into my little buddies, obviously after we get our expectations and procedures in place, but I just love them. They're like, they're all my kids, you know. How many years have you been teaching? I've been teaching for... I think it's technically only 3, but this is going to be my 4th classroom, so it will, I guess, yeah, 3 years. Best and worst experiences you've had in your teaching career? I really think that administration can make or break your experience, and the kiddos depending on the behavior of the kiddos. But I really do think that administration can play a major role in your experience. I've experienced some really unsupportive administration. I've experienced some really supportive administration. So I think that just different experiences with that is, you know, kind of changes everything. If I ever get the chance, will I teach high school students? I thought about going back once my son is older and getting my master's in secondary ed and just getting that credential so that I could teach high school. I think that I'm still too young to teach high school. I feel like I just wouldn't be as effective, and I would rather be older, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. My baby is due November 8th, so right in the middle of the school year. This should be interesting. Do you ever consider switching careers in the future? I have like asked myself, what else would you do, but nothing has ever come to my mind. So I think teaching is kind of it. If I didn't teach, I would want to do something that involved children anyway. So like daycare, maybe preschool, kids camps, things like that. I just love being around kids, so I think that that would be the other venue that I would go in that direction. I don't really think switching careers is in for me though. What motivates you during a more challenging day of teaching? Just knowing that every day is different. You know, I might have a really bad day one day, and then the next day will be really great. Each day is different. So if you have a hard day, you just kind of have to focus on the positives in your life and move forward and focus on the really, you know, great aspects of the day and just try to move on from that. Inclusion strategies. With engagement, I try to use a lot of Kagan strategies in my classroom. They are really engaging. They get the kids working together. They get them talking. If you haven't heard of Kagan strategies, definitely research those. Amina, hello Amina. And I plan on doing a couple of videos about Kagan strategies in the classroom when I'm back in my classroom and actually use some students to model those. So hopefully I can get some parents on board and get those modeled for you guys. What are your thoughts on men in elementary education? From Gabe. He's a sophomore in high school and he's considering it. I think that it's really important to have men in elementary education. There are so many kids out there that have no father figures in their lives, and having men in education is so important because it gives those kiddos a person to connect with. And plus there's too many chicks running around, you know, too many hormones. We need some guys. We need some dudes to come in. All of my favorite teachers growing up were all men, and they were just fun. They just connected in a different way. I mean, the women were more nurturing, but the men just had so much fun with us, you know? Considering moving to Phoenix, can you give me the top 5 pros and cons list about the area? I lived in Phoenix for about 5 years. Pros, lots of shopping, lots of restaurants. Cons, lots of traffic, really hot. Too many people, really hot, and you don't really want to go out and do anything because it's way too hot. I would definitely say don't move to Phoenix. If you're going to move to Arizona, try the northern area. We don't make as much money up here, but the weather is way better, or just move to a different state altogether. If I didn't have my family here in Arizona, my husband and I, we would be in some other state. I don't know where, somewhere cool, somewhere that pays better. And yeah, just Phoenix, go somewhere else, go somewhere better. I would love to come to England. Oh my gosh. If I could afford it, I would be in England and Canada. I would go to Canada and England in a heartbeat if I could afford it, but I've only ever traveled to like Mexico and like the tropical areas. Okay, here's a couple of questions from Vanessa Blades that I didn't get to. How did you choose, oh, I already did that one. My favorite places to shop for teacher clothes. This is a great question. I love going to Target. Old Navy has great clothes. Kohl's has great clothes. I like to get a lot of graphic tees and like colored jeans, because I don't wear jeans to work, but I can wear colored jeans to work, which is kind of weird. Have I ever considered switching grade levels? I would actually love to switch grade levels and do third grade, because I student taught in third grade. But I actually feel like I'm more effective if I stay in the same grade. So I'm planning to stay in fourth grade as long as possible until my administrator needs me somewhere else, because the longer you teach one grade, the better you get at teaching it. So a couple of you guys are asking, you must be new to the chat. I'm not telling anybody the name of my baby yet. We're planning on announcing that in the next couple of weeks, hopefully here on YouTube. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Let's see. Is there anything you feel that student teaching did not prepare you for as a first-year teacher? I definitely wouldn't say that student teaching didn't prepare me for, but college itself, like all the classes I took, I didn't really feel prepared until after I was a student teacher. So I think once you get into your practicum and your student teaching experience, you will definitely feel more prepared and more comfortable. How do you create a healthy balance between school and personal life? Don't bring work home with you. Do it at work. Stay an extra hour. Go in an hour early. Don't bring your work home. Just leave it there, and you'll be fine. Okay, let's see. I'm going to come over here to these questions. How are you going to manage, good question, Erin, how are you going to manage a classroom and take care of a baby? Well, the good news is that my husband is home 3 days a week. He comes home Mondays at 6 p.m. He's home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He leaves Thursday evening. So he will be home to take care of the baby during the week. And then my mom and dad live only 20 minutes away, so they have offered to watch the baby while I'm in school, while I'm working in school on Mondays and Fridays when my husband's not home. So it's gonna be, I'm very blessed. I have to thank the big guns upstairs, because I'm very blessed to be in the situation that I'm in. And if it wasn't for this situation, I probably wouldn't have rushed, well, not rushed, I probably wouldn't have wanted to try to have a baby, you know, because it would have been a lot harder. He's coming in November, Haley. Does your district make you have 3 months of lessons, activities, and assessments planned before you go on maternity leave? I'm not sure yet. I don't think so. I have to talk to my administrator and some other people about maternity leave, because I haven't really gotten a lot of information about it. So once I have that information, I will let you guys know in a video all about maternity leave and how I'm handling that. When did you realize you wanted to be a teacher? I always kind of knew I wanted to be a teacher. I started my college career as a theater arts major, so musical theater, acting, singing, dancing, and I realized that I didn't want to wait tables my whole life, but that as a teacher I could perform all the time. So I really like to think of teaching as an art where you get to perform all the time. So what are you most excited about for being a mother? I think just having that relationship with him. I love having the bond between me and my husband, and I think that having a new bond with this little person that's made from both of us is just going to be so amazing. And I like dream about just talking with him and interacting with him and getting him to experience all those new things. Oh, are you still princessing? Miss your videos. I watch them every time I have a princess event. So a lot of you guys might not know this, but I do own a princess company that entertains children. I used to dress up as princesses, and I don't personally do parties anymore. I do still own the company, and I just manage my staff. Obviously, I have a big belly now, so I can't do princess parties, and I did them for 7 years. So I'm kind of like retired and I'm just the queen now. So I probably won't be doing any more princess videos. I might put a singing video up here or there, but hi Gabrielle. Is it Gabriel or Gabrielle? It's probably Gabriel and I just messed that up. I'm so sorry. Hello. Let's see. Who is your most influential teacher you've ever had and why? I feel like I've answered this one before, but my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Tripp, she was absolutely amazing. Hi, Amaya. I try to be like her. She was also always so fun and bright and cheerful in school and would play music and let us do readers theater and so many amazing things. And I hope that I can be like her someday. How many kids do I have in planning? Just 2. I would love to have a girl after this. And if I don't have a girl, that's okay. I'll be the lady of the house and that'll be fine. But just 2. I don't want to have more than 2. I feel like 2 is good for me. How do you prevent your voice from getting sore? During singing, I drink a lot of tea, and for teaching, because you can actually get a sore throat from teaching and raspy. Actually, my voice tends to go out like the first week of school because you're back to talking all day. But I just drink a lot of tea, lemon and honey water in the morning, and it should help. I'm teaching 4th grade next year again. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Advice to new young teachers, just stick to your management plan, be consistent, don't let the kids walk over you. Don't worry about being perfect because you're not going to be perfect for a while. I'm still not perfect. I don't think there's any teacher that's perfect except for maybe my teacher across the way from my classroom. She's amazing. I don't know how she does it. Good organization tips. Just keep things in a specific place. Have everything have a place, and when you're done using it, put it back in that place. Biggest struggle in teaching, I would say having too many students in the classroom. I have 36. And there's a lot of them. I'm gonna butcher your name. Agely? Sorry. Treat the kids like puppies, firm but kind. Absolutely. There are ways to be firm in a nice way. I do plan on visiting my class when the baby's born. I plan on coming in every Friday. I don't plan on bringing him in every time. I'll probably bring him in a couple times just to see everyone, but I do plan on coming in on Fridays just because I do want to keep my presence known and make sure the kids know that I'm not just disappearing. Let's see. I do have an email. It's applesandtiaras@gmail.com, so you can email me. Let's see. I'm trying to find all your comments. They're coming in. How did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, I'm a teacher and a princess, and teachers love apples and princesses wear tiaras, so that was kind of perfect. Let's see. Are you worried about the kids having to go from you to another teacher and then back to you? I am a little bit worried about that. I've been kind of struggling with planning because I'm trying to plan for when the sub is there, and I'm like, I don't want the sub to teach that. I want to teach that. That's my favorite. Like, it's hard giving things up, but I think just staying involved in the classroom and coming in a little bit will help. All these questions about the baby. I created my YouTube channel actually a long time ago. I've been on YouTube for about 8-9 years. I first started my first channel, A Child Stream Entertainment, for my company, and it was just like a singing videos channel, and it's actually still active. And then I started this channel because I wanted to do princess-related videos. And then I started putting up teaching videos, and I absolutely love putting those up. So I've just continued. But yeah, it's a hobby. I just like giving my ideas and helping people out. I did think about being a music teacher, and I actually failed music theory in college, so that went out the door. But I would love to be a music teacher. Disciplining students, it depends on the crime. I like to have the consequence match the crime. I don't send kids to the office because I feel like that just takes my authority away. And I actually make them call their parents. I don't call their parents unless I need to. But I'll have them stay in for lunch and they'll make a phone call and talk to their parents about what they've done. It's a little more effective because they're like, oh, I have to talk to them and tell them what I did. It's a little more scary. I don't know who my sub will be. I am going to do a classroom tour as soon as I get it done. My hair is long today because I'm wearing hair extensions. Proud of it. I'm going to take a belly picture after this, so I got all done up. I'm not going to be doing any more princess videos. Sorry. Not unless, you know, I'm pregnant, so I can't really wear any costumes. The actress from Young and Hungry. Oh, that's funny. Everyone says I look like Jamie Lynn Spears, but I don't see that. What do you do when a lesson goes wrong? Well, there's different things you can do. You can stop what you're doing and do something else. You can finish what you're doing. You can stop and apologize and fix the problem. Lessons go wrong all the time. You just have to be flexible. You have to have a backup plan and just be ready for that. I mean, they go wrong all the time, you know, unless you've done the lesson like 500 times, which none of us have done. No lesson's going to be perfect, and that's what's amazing about teaching is that we keep learning as we go. Aside from YouTube, what other hobbies do you have? I love to sing. I love to go kayaking. I like working out. I haven't worked out in a while because I've been tired. But I used to love working out. I love shopping, which is kind of a bad hobby to have. Yeah, singing mostly. Let's see. Favorite part of the school day? I really like the part of the day when the kids are working together on a project or an assignment and they're getting along and they're doing the assignment together and not fighting about doing the assignment. That's my favorite part of the day. Teaching is really fun. How do you handle kids that don't learn as fast as others? I do a lot of small group instruction and a lot of collaborative learning. So I like to group kiddos that maybe aren't understanding a concept with kiddos that are, so that they can learn from each other. Do you call the students that don't have their hand up? Sorry about. Yeah, I actually do, because a lot of times kids that maybe aren't understanding or think they aren't understanding something aren't going to raise their hands. So I pull sticks. If I don't have a lot of participation, I'll pull sticks. And if they really struggle, I'll have them phone a friend and ask somebody else. But I really don't call on hands all the time. I usually just call people out. Like if I notice they're not paying attention, I'll ask them a simple question and say, okay, I'm going to come back to you. So make sure that you're, you know, focused, because I am going to come back to you and ask you another question, a very similar question. So that kind of helps them to get on. Why didn't I go with Jennifer to the TPT gathering? I didn't go because Jennifer got invited by a friend of hers from Phoenix who actually ended up taking her along with her. And I didn't go because they planned on going to Disneyland, and because I'm pregnant, I can't go on any of the rides at Disneyland, so I thought it would be kind of a waste of money to buy tickets to Disney and then just go there and eat and walk around and tired. So I just decided to stay home, and it was fine. I got to FaceTime with Jennifer when she was at her meetup and everything, so she was really great to include me, and I'm excited to go next year. So yeah, that's why I didn't go. I just didn't feel like it was worth the money to not really be able to participate in everything. So Okay, I'm gonna jump back to these questions just so that I make sure I get as many as I can. K plus Lee says that she's very nervous about becoming a teacher and feels unprepared. I would just say, once you find out what grade you're going to teach, get a hold of those standards, really try to understand what they are, reach out to other teachers, reach out to your team, reach out to your administrators and your coaches, because they really do know these standards really well, and they're going to be able to help you a lot. Feeling unprepared, man, I think we all had that feeling. Just get yourself in there, have a plan for the first couple of days, feel it out, get those procedures in place, and I promise you, once those procedures are in place, the learning will come, I promise you. Let's see. The counselor at our school. So Meredith Marshall says she's debating becoming an elementary school teacher or school counselor. Do you have any insight into what the counselor does day to day? Do you ever interact with her? Do they do classroom lessons on bullying? Thanks. I actually did have some good insight on my school counselor last year. My dear friend Alicia was our school counselor last year. She was actually interning, and she was a busy little bee. She took on all of the kiddos that had that were being referred to special ed, that had behavior issues, so they're very busy. She did have to go and get her master's to be able to do that. So as a teacher, you only need a bachelor's, but as a counselor or school psychologist, you do need to have a master's degree. So in school psychology. She didn't really have time to do any classroom lessons. She did have a group that she would pull kids into that were having a hard time in the classroom, so that was nice. But she was very busy. These are fun. All Cool says, what's your favorite food? I love Chipotle. My husband is a law enforcement officer. My favorite part of being a teacher, I think I've answered this one, just interacting with the kiddos and having those relationships. My dream vacation is Disney World, definitely. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to answer some more of these. Do you get along with the other teachers? I love the people that I work with. They are amazing people. I try to be a really positive person at work and try to stay away from like gossip and negativity while I'm there. So if anyone does have, a problem, I try to stay out of it and not listen to the negativity. And I think that it's a really good idea. Don't get caught up in gossip, because being a teacher is just like being back in high school. People are going to talk about each other. They're going to talk negatively, and it's up to you to decide if you're going to be that way. Sorry, I just burped. I do read aloud to my students. I actually love doing read alouds. I read the entire book Holes to them. I mean, they followed along, but I read the whole book, and they insisted that I read the book because I did the voices, and they loved that. Let's see. Okay. I just got an email for my YouTube channel, applesandtiaras@gmail.com. So hopefully I can keep up to date with that. I probably won't answer those every single day just because it is, going to get busy, but I will do my best to answer emails if you guys email me. Authoritative teacher. I would say that ways to become an authoritative teacher is if you make a relationship with a student and they do something that you don't want them to do, you still need to get on their butts about it. I had a kiddo last year who was amazing. She was the most brilliant, sweet, kind person, and she would constantly interrupt me during my lessons. She would get up, she would erase the board if I didn't want her to. She was trying to be helpful, but it was just more like she was controlling what was going on. And so I had to take her off to the side and say, look, it's really disrespectful that you are interrupting me, that you are doing this, that, and the other. And she stopped. And it's not me being mean. It's just, she's a kid. I'm the teacher. I do love you, but I need you to stop doing this because it's making it really hard for me to do my job. And so she respected me for that. I try to never call kids out in front of the whole group. I try to take them off to the side, talk to them, have a conversation, because that's embarrassing. I mean, at least if they're drawing attention to themselves and they've already got the attention of the class, there's ways for me to call them out in a nice way rather than be mean about it. So I try to do that. A con of teaching, I have a whole pros and cons video if you want to go watch that on my channel. I would just say building relationships with difficult colleagues. Find something interesting to talk about with them that you have in common, and just say hi to everybody in the hallway. Don't just walk by, you know, just give a wave, give a smile. A smile can go a long way. I'm reading the book Wander right now, actually. I'm planning on doing a literature study with it next year, so I'm reading it right now. Seating arrangements, I do flexible seating, so once they break my trust with flexible seating, then I assign them a spot. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way to the top because I think I'm missing a couple. Let's see. Let's see. Most of these have been answered. I'm so excited that so many of you are here watching me live. This is so exciting. And I have my contacts in, so I'm like trying to read these. Sorry, I'm like super quiet. I'm trying to like read intently. I don't use an Erin Condren lesson planner. I use the Life Planner because I use planbook.com to plan my lessons. So I just use the Life Planner to plan, to write when I have meetings and things like that in there. I do use Class Dojo. I have a video on my channel about how I use it. Middle schoolers who want to be teachers, I would just say get yourself involved in a classroom. Definitely find ways to be involved in schools. Tell us about you. What about me? I do guided reading. I would like to do lit circles this year, and I have done them in the past, just not with different books. Like we've done lit circles about chapters that we've read together, passages we've read together. I don't really think that I would want to do literature circles where all the different groups are reading different books, because I think that it's better that we all focus on one book at a time. I think that would be better for higher level, like 6th grade students. But the books that I choose, the kids always love them. I always do Because of Winn-Dixie. I do Shiloh, I do Holes. I'm planning to do Hoot, Wander this year. And then there's a couple other ones that I've heard of. Danger in the Desert is amazing for Arizona because it sets there. Yeah, so Pregnancy is going great. Honestly, if I didn't have a belly, I wouldn't really know that I'm pregnant. I'm from Arizona in the United States. If I could have a superpower, it would be to not gain weight. Like, I would love to be able to just eat whatever I want and not gain any weight and have a perfect body, like a super gym, or be able to work out and not feel tired. That would be amazing. That would be super amazing. Like a super mega body person. I know I'm not fat by any means, but we all have our little things that we don't like. And I would just like to be able to eat what I freaking want. Freak the mighty. Let's see. I do have a name, but I'm not going to do it yet. If you guys are going to be disrespectful in the comments, go ahead and get on out. So, Pardal 2, you can go ahead and leave. I'm not going to be talked to that way. Please get out. Guys, just ignore the rude comments. All right, so I'm going on 35 minutes, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm really super glad that you guys were all here. This just made my whole day, and I hope that these questions that I answered today were helpful. And if you guys have any other questions, please do not hesitate to add them in the comments below on this video, because I am going to publish this video onto my channel so that others who weren't here today can watch it. If you do have other questions, please don't hesitate to comment and ask, and I will do my best to get to them. Do you want to come say hi? Over here? Alice wanted to come and say hello. Say hello, Alice. Say hello! She's like, what's going on? I just want to lick your face. Where's your brother? Huh? Where's your brother? These guys come into my classroom a lot too for behavior incentives. When we do, when they've earned enough points as a class, we have dogs come in. Do you want to say hi too, Jack? He's like, no, I'm gonna take a nap. All right, guys, so I'm gonna hit the road. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the love, and I will see you guys in the next video, and maybe I'll go live again. This was fun. All right, guys, love you, bye.